Hello everybody, and welcome into episode 30 of Pixel Yaps. We are at another rounded
Episode?
number. I know!
Oh my god!
I was like, oh, that's kind of significant, and it's kind of fitting that we would be covering Wholesome Games Celebration and Tiny Teams for the
Low
30th
key,
episode.
yeah, low key, I love how these celebrations like Steam Next Fest, Wholesome Games, all these things happen to always fall on whole numbers for us. Have you noticed?
Yeah, it really works out nicely.
We
Although
start a podcast at the right time.
Yeah, well, and I really just honestly, what it really is a testament to is just how many good indie festivals and celebrations there are. Like, we eating good.
It's true, it's true.
But yeah.
Welcome on in, everybody.
Hello.
Yay, episode 3, let's go.
Yeah. All right.
We didn't introduce ourselves. This is Cesire. I'm Loonaromi. How you doing?
We got too excited. Yeah. I'm Cesire. This is Luna. We completely threw off. We got excited about the 30th episode.
Sorry. Oh my goodness. So,
but anyway.
what are we talking about today, Cess?
Well, obviously the things I mentioned a little bit earlier, but to start like we usually do, let's just talk about, what we've played recently. I took a couple days off, actually, just to
And I'm
to
doing
recharge.
Late Night Luna.
Yeah, so
there's not much.
yeah, that's not Pixel Yaps appropriate.
I feel like we're not exactly PG, but we're not that either.
No. So if you want to know what we're talking about when we mention Late Night Luna, you can always check her out after the podcast today on her Twitch. But yeah, so Luna's been playing some more High Times and enjoying that, but we talked a lot about that last time, so we'll probably have more to say on it when she finishes the game proper. However, we did mention last time that you were going to be trying out a game that I do know many people in chat were interested to know about, which was an extremely hard game. So how hard was it?
I have to say, I was very surprised that both myself and Faye Cerise, the person I was collabing with, everybody thought we needed to play this because we would just be crashing out at each other. I kid you not, I think we giggled for 4 hours straight. I think we just turned our frustrations of having to try over and over and over and over again into giggles instead of into yelling, which worked out great. And I have to say, I genuinely think this is a great team building experience because by the end of the 4-hour mark, we were working so in sync. We didn't have to say do this, do that. No, it just we just did it, So it was very cool to see that happen. But I will say it is quite extremely hard. You kind of have to obviously work together. You can play this as a 4-piece, which would be interesting. I think we're actually going to continue it potentially with one other person, so we'll see how that goes. But you can lift other people up. Like you can lift the other person up. To help them on top of things when there's larger gaps and stuff. You have to stretch apart so you can go low and underneath certain things. And every time the egg hits, it gets a little bit more cracked. Now, I thought at some point the egg would just be done. It would just be done and cracked, But it turns out it just kind of stays that way until it falls out of the nest. What I did notice is that it is very, very flimsy. So jumps will make it jump around in the nest. Knocking it slightly will make it jump around in the nest. And a lot of times they're just kind of there, half yelling at each other, trying to catch the goddamn egg before it falls. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But it was a lot of fun. It's only $5 on Steam. It is such a good time and so well worth it.
Okay. Yeah, well, and I think so. I do remember during the last podcast, some of my community members had tried the demo and felt like it was super, super hard. So I feel like this might be one of those games that benefited from having those early play testers to smooth out the rough edges. Because like when I see, we have the game going in the background for people who aren't watching. When I see that you make it, like a good like 16 minutes or so before like maybe your first egg or second egg or whatever. I don't know. It was a good stretch of time where you guys were just like really synergizing. So
Yeah,
even
no,
even early
exactly.
in. Yeah.
It does get harder. Like you think you're like you're getting it through the level, right? And you're like, oh my god, this is so hard. Oh my god, how are we gonna make this and stuff? And you're like, oh my god, I made it. And then you get to the next section, like, oh, now it's even harder.
Right? Like how did this possibly get harder? All right, cool. So
It's a lot of
positive
fun.
experience.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend it to anybody who wants to play a game with friends. I definitely feel like this will be one of those things that will either make friendships or break them.
Mm-hmm.
You can either choose like Faye and I to just like, you know, turn your frustrations into giggles, or you can crash out at each other. Really, it's your choice.
It's your choice. All right, very
Yeah.
nice. So there you have it, an extremely hard game. Um, if your friend's a giggler, you'll probably be fine, is what I'm gathering. All right. All right. So I have, like I said, I took a little bit of a break, and then I've mostly been still trying to get through games that I already have started. But I did want to talk about uh, a couple games really quick. First off, last week or last podcast, I mentioned that I got my very first voice acting job in a game.
Woo!
Yay! And I played it on stream. So basically, Seeding the Wasteland is a little roguelike, kind of like a strategy game, really. You're this little robot orchid, and you have to go collect seeds, plant them, and try and get like good mutations so that you can fuel your ship, which runs on plant power. Um, and you're basically moving from region to region of this very large planet to try and meet a robot named Demeter, played by yours truly, uh, to help her with her task, basically, of trying to like bring this planet back to life. So it's a really interesting little game. It has like Twitch integration, so in my game, my seeds were named after the community, which I felt like made it a lot of fun.
It's
uh,
cute.
yeah, because then I could just be like, oh, dang it, Loonaromi, you're not mutating, or here's a mutated Daryl.
I love that.
It just like it added this extra layer of just fun and interactivity, in my opinion. And it's such a small thing. It just basically pulls people from chat, like.
Hmm.
But it really did make it a little bit better, in my opinion. But so yeah, the gameplay loop is very simple. Get enough plants before you run out of energy, because basically you have so many recharges and you can only do so many actions a day, or between recharges, really. So you have to kind of balance which seeds that you have and which ones that you bring with you, and try not to basically get stuck on, which will make you start over at the beginning of this section, really. There are checkpoints, so it's not like super punishing. Yeah, we had a lot of fun with it. It was really weird at first playing a game where I heard my voice talking back to me.
I need to watch that VOD back. I want to see your reaction.
Yeah, I mean, I got used to it really quickly because we put a really cool effect on my voice. And it
Okay.
just kind of worked. And it was really only like phrases at like the beginning of sentences or sometimes at the end.
Okay.
So it was just like
Yeah.
these small little clips. Like it wasn't anything like I didn't have to read the whole game. We didn't have time for that. Um but yeah, it was just a really cool experience, and I'm glad, I joke sometimes when I get keys, or in this case when I've been a part of a game, I joke sometimes about, like what would it be like if I didn't actually like the game. But thankfully in
Oh
this
my
case that didn't
god.
happen. uh, uh,
I'm still so proud. I went to bought the game. I haven't played yet, but I have bought the game.
yeah, Luna bought the game, which is so sweet. I mean, it helps that they put it at a really good price too.
They did. It
Like,
is a really good price, honestly. It's
so
that thing. We can get back to other games you've played. I just want to segue into something real quick.
yeah.
I think it's that thing where um if you price your games at an adequate amount, people are more likely to buy them. And I think
Mm-hmm.
that's the problem that a lot of AAA companies are having right now, is that they are seeing the money, the profit that smaller dev teams or even first time dev teams are making currently, and they're like, wait, we want to make that kind of profit. But the problem therein lies that, for one, you're a AAA game, there's expectations already.
Right.
So
Mm-hmm.
from a small indie dev team or an indie dev team that's just starting out, people are not gonna have crazy high expectations. And added to that, a lot of times the price point is also very, very fair. So people are so much more likely to just take a leap of faith and and try out that game and purchase it. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Whatever, right? But if you're a AAA game, there's expectations. And
Right.
you're also selling your game for like 80, $90 sometimes now. Not even deluxe, just base
I
price,
know. Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, bro, before I buy one of those games, I'd rather buy like 4 freaking indie games?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm all for all these indie games flourishing right now. And yeah, I think for me, AAA games need to just I don't think they can make the profit in the scale that they want to make it at the moment.
Well, that's
With what they're
unreasonable.
offering.
I
Yeah,
mean,
exactly.
they're looking like that's kind of the problem is just looking for like constant huge growth every year. It's just like why not just a little bit of growth? Like can't you just do it, incrementally instead of like expecting these numbers that are just impossible? I mean, like the Xbox lady
Yeah.
saying she wanted like 1 billion players each day.
Bro,
It's just
no.
like, girl, no. That ain't
No.
gonna
No.
happen. We have lives. We have to
Yeah,
work.
exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Are you paying us? Are you paying us
Right?
to sit there
Yeah.
and play our games?
Yeah. Exactly, because it's just like, how am I gonna pay you? And that's the other thing
Yeah.
too, is it's just like, I mean, I do think that some indies undersell themselves, because they have to. So that
Yeah.
that is an unfortunate, I think, trade-off in that sense. But
Like
at
I
the same
think
time, it's like, well, like you said, I can buy one $70 game, or I can buy a handful of indie games. And,
mhm.
what's better for my budget or for my, like probably the handful of indie games because there's more of them.
Like someone in chat just said as well, indie devs are making games for people to enjoy, and AAA companies are making them to see how much profit they can make off of this game.
Well, and you could
Like
even go, sorry, go ahead.
a, a lot of times their goal is more, okay, this made money, how can we make more money? It's not how can we make this genuinely enjoyable?
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's like, I think you could even just boil it down to indie devs are making games that they want to play.
Yes.
Whereas, a AAA studio is often making games that they think will sell.
Mhm. Yep.
And so that's why
Exactly.
you get these indie games with just like so much heart and personality. And you're just like,
I
you're
mean,
looking
look
at
at
these big
freaking Mecha
guys.
Chameleon.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
such a simple, dumb concept, but it
Mm-hmm.
works so well,
It
and
does.
it's so much fun.
Yeah, or like Repo, or like just any
Yeah.
of those games in that style. Like, I mean, Peak is getting their last biome soon.
Oh my
Like,
god.
it's just we obviously these examples are the lucky ones. These are the ones
Mhm.
that it blew up, took off, whatever you want to say.
Mhm.
Because for every one of those, obviously there's a bunch that
That don't.
fail. So to
Yeah.
like, I mean, for lack of a better word,
Mhm.
the ones that crash out and they can't continue.
Mhm.
But still, it just seems like if you make a game that you want to play and that you want to see, you usually make something that's more art than just a game.
Mhm.
And I think that's what resonates with a lot of players.
Yeah. No. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that was a little bit of a tangent, but
Segue.
I think
Sorry.
it was a good one. And It worked for me. I only have one other thing to talk about before we roll into tiny teams later. So,
Awesome.
the last one I wanted to talk about is actually a game that's currently in alpha, very early alpha. It's called Under a Rock. It's a like
Mm.
survival craft building game. But what kind of sets them apart for me anyway so far, because this alpha was focused on building specifically. Um,
Mhm.
it it's for an alpha, holy crap. We already have rounded pieces. They did something which I've pretty much never seen before, where like every item that you can get in your backpack is also an item you can use to decorate. So like,
Okay.
like chicken, like the chicken legs or whatever, like just all these random items, like even just like, creature parts so that you can use them as clutter. I was blown away by the level because they already made them. So I was always
Mhm.
surprised that other games don't do that. Um,
Yeah.
and then they already have, again, in an early alpha, they already have multiple types of building pieces, like
That's
dilapidated wood
incredible.
ones, like these nicer wood ones, stone pieces, curved
Yeah.
stone staircase, like and you
Oh.
can build up in the air. Like you don't have to worry about foundation support so far. I don't know
Also
which
like
will
the
stay.
graphics of it.
Yeah, it's pretty.
It's very pretty,
Obviously you're
yeah.
seeing an alpha. This is just a slice of the world. Definitely not what it's gonna look like finally. So it's a little bit more bare.
Yeah, but like for an alpha,
Yeah,
this is
the
like
character
I've played
creation
some
was cute.
really janky alphas. Like,
Yeah. And they did something different that I hadn't seen with the hair before. So you know how like you get like the highlight sliders and the like root sliders and stuff. So they had like each of those separate and you could change the color and intensity of each section, which
Mm,
was
okay.
nuts. So you could kind of like blend them to make so I had like this crazy green and purple hair.
Mhm.
Um it was very very cool. And again, it was just the alpha character creator. So it's just like, wow, what
Love
haven't
that.
they shown us yet? But yeah, so basically the alpha test that I signed up for is solely focused on building. So they gave you a relic. They made it so you didn't have to like gather resources. You could just build.
Okay.
So yesterday I played it and I started building myself a tree house because of course.
As you would.
Yeah, well, and they made it so easy because again, you don't have to worry about foundations. Like
Mhm.
we don't have a proper build camera, but I do feel like one might be coming. It already
I
had a photo
mean,
mode, so you could change the time of day, and it would actually affect the real time, so you could actually just have it be light all the time while you were
oh, I love
building.
that. I
uh,
mean, there are certain games where we still don't have a build camera, so you
yeah,
know,
exactly. I was honestly so impressed, and I was just like, ooh, some of these other survival crafts are gonna
are in
have to
trouble.
watch out because I've just the
So
level of things that I could put in the world.
the really cool thing about survival craft, flourishing again in the more recent years, I feel, is that they've in a way I feel maybe I didn't really play much or any survival craft before Valheim.
hmm
Um, but I feel like Valheim is like that game that it blew up quite a bit, right?
hmm
And so it made people be more curious about survival craft again, or in my case, introduce us to survival craft. And because of how well Valheim has been doing, um, it kind of encouraged more survival craft games to come out of that and see, okay, well, Valheim's doing this. How can we do this different? Or what can we add to like make the quality of life a little bit better, you know?
hmm hmm
And it's been so nice seeing so many different survival crafts come out and seeing all of their like different depictions of it. And
hmm
this looks really promising. This looks really promising. Like my curiosity is definitely peaked here.
Yeah, yeah. So I learned about the game during Endix. I think Lava Slug already knew about it, but they had an exhibit at Endix, so I submitted an interest form basically. And they're like,
Mm-hmm.
"Hey, go ahead and apply for the creator program." So I'm in the creator program now. And I did have to also apply to do this alpha. which
Okay.
is, and it, you know, so
That's
like a bunch
similar.
of people got picked to do it, and then it's just kind of open ended for a while now, where they're just going to be
Okay.
adding stuff to it and having us do stuff. And then they have all of these like feedback things, like items that you want added, just all, you know, I think that this one is going to be dangerous.
Mhm.
I really do. And that's just from seeing the building, because like the rest of the gameplay loop wasn't in this demo. Like, I mean, there were a couple of the animals which are ridiculous looking. Like, they have these fat little saber tigers that just like run around killing everything.
That's great.
And there are dodos. I think you're going to be able to ride a dodo. Like, it's going to be a mount.
Okay.
You're going to be able to, I think you're going to be able to farm all the animals, because like had all of the animal eggs. I'm not
Mm.
sure yet, but that's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, it is a pretty good contender, and I was just so surprised by all the features it already had in alpha. And obviously, I came a little bit late into the alpha, so they've already been working with the community for a bit to get a lot of these
Okay.
features in here. But yeah, it's just I
Speaking
had a
of,
lot of fun.
this looks really good. And speaking of survival craft, there is actually one more game that we could talk about that I played finally.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Oh yeah. So for
Yeah.
those that don't know, I have been very against Pal World always ever since it was first announced. I was like, ain't no way I'm touching this. And while I still think that some of those opinions were founded, it is freaking addicting. It is so addicting. It is so much fun. And while I do still think that, you know, them needing the pals being a little bit on the nose with the how similar they
Some of
look to
them are
some
like
designs,
ridiculous.
yeah, I'm like, you know, you cannot tell me that you guys did not take heavy inspiration from this other thing. You know, it's a lot more than just the. I mean, the creature collecting is obviously a big part of it, and it's probably the part of it that I enjoy most. I adore exploring in that game and
Hmm.
just catching everything I see. And I've also gotten very obsessed with the traits.
Oh
So
no.
like now I know that there's like special traits, and I'm like, no, 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 no. I need to get the special traits. I don't want none of these like normie traits. I want the good, like top tier special traits, you know? So I'm there just like capturing the same freaking pal for like 30 plus minutes. Um But it has been so much fun, and I do have to say, it's a lot more than just the capturing and stuff. And I know there's apparently a story. I'm not gonna lie, I have not paid attention to Ultra's story. I could not give
It's
less of a damn
flimsy.
about it.
It's very, very flimsy.
Yeah, it didn't present itself in
Nuh-uh.
a nice, in a good way. I was like, no,
The
no,
the
don't
lore
really care for
journals
it.
are okay.
I might end up reading those at some point. I haven't yet, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No, like the
But
base story is just like, meh.
yeah, I do feel like it's so much more with being able to like build your base. You know, this is to everybody. Okay, this is my love letter for Pal World. To everybody that has been against Pal World because the pals being too closely to Pokemon. I agree with you. I agree with you. And in spite of everything, I'm still not a fan of the whole pals like having guns and stuff like that. In fact, when hubby and I played together, I asked him to please not take his gun because that makes me I just don't like it, okay? I just don't like it. But it is so much more than that. The open world is phenomenal. The fact that you get to build a base, unlock different things, build a better base with better furniture and all that stuff, is so much fun. There's little dungeons you get to go through. There's boss fights you get to do. There's different biomes where, you know, like it being like a volcano biome means something. Like you need to wear specific clothes for that or have the appropriate
Hmm.
pal with you to keep you cool. Um, Same with being in an icy biome. And it's been a lot of fun. And it did catch me by surprise because I was like, ain't no way this game's actually gonna be fun. And I will say I've been a little bit more desensitized with maybe like taking care of some pals. so I can get better resources.
Hey,
But
just
only
pretend it's not
specific ones.
happening, you know?
Just, I what I do is I send my pal after them. Like I accidentally boop them once, and then I send my pal. And so technically it's not me. Technically they're just duking it out like they would in the wild, like I have
Think
no
of it
fault
as,
with it.
a little bit of population control. Those pals just keep breeding, man.
Yeah. But it has been a lot of fun. I am getting to the point of the game where a lot of it is like you need to get like off the mech stuff, the production line and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
I don't really enjoy that part of it. I wish it was just more based on like I guess natural ingredients and like, buildings and stuff and wood and stuff rather than going like full like production corporate BS. And that's the part of it that I'm not enjoying that much. But despite of that, I'm still really loving exploring it. And like last night, hubby and I logged on with the intention of only like playing for a little bit. We ended up playing till like 3 a.m.
Yeah, like
So
I've been saying, like it's no game of the year or anything. Like it doesn't do anything special or particularly like super well, but the whole experience comes together in a way that's just satisfying to play. Like you feel the urge to, like, collect all the pals and like make yourself stronger and like it just and exploring is fun, to be honest. I like going around and like finding the statues and just like seeing the different biomes and trying to find cool places to move my base to.
Yeah, exactly. And I didn't Google pals and so every time I like go to a new biome and I find new pals, I'm like, oh my god,
Yeah.
look at that! It's been a lot of fun, just like exploring all this for yourself in a game without like much outside spoilers. And yeah,
Mhm.
it's been a good game. It's been a lot
It
of
just
fun.
scratches an itch. I
So
don't know.
yeah,
I don't
it
really know how
does.
to explain it other than that. Like if you're either going to really enjoy it or you're going to find it meh. And I don't think there's much
Yeah.
in between, to be honest.
Mhm.
But yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
Pal
agree.
World, Luna approved. I mean, I've been playing it a lot. My half of my community's been playing it. A bunch of us
He's
are
been
on the
trying to
same
convince
server.
me to play it since you guys first started. Since it first came into early access, like, no, I refuse.
Mhm.
And
It's just
then
fun.
someone in my community gifted it to me. I was like, fine, I'll try it.
Like, all right, I guess if I
Fine.
have to. All right. Okay. Next up, I just wanted to quickly, because the next episode will be more focused on tiny teams. But I did want to mention it because it is happening now. So for those that aren't familiar, because it is a little bit more of a niche festival, the Tiny Teams Festival is hosted by Yogscast. They are like gaming YouTubers, podcasters, what have you. And they've been doing it. I think this is like the 7th or the 8th year now that they've been doing this festival, and it's basically just a celebration of small teams, making big dreams, making their big games or making their full games. So I think the general criteria, and obviously they're a little bit lax with it, but the general criteria is like teams of 5 or less. But you can like have contractors and stuff, so it tends to be a little bit bigger in the end, as gaming does. But still, the idea is small teams making big games. And so a ton of games submit to be a part of it. They had so many applications this year. But only
That's how it
only
goes when things become popular. They get more and
right.
more applications.
Oh yeah, only some can make it through. So they have a Steam page. So if you just look at Tiny Teams on Steam, you can see like a ton of the participants because it's a lot. It's even more than I think they listed for us when they gave us the list. So it's absolutely worth checking out that Steam page and seeing upcoming games that are already out, a lot of games that are on sale.
Okay.
But really quick, I just want to talk about the ones that I played yesterday because I did start my Tiny Team celebration yesterday. So we played a couple demos and then we spent the rest of the stream playing basically the main game, which is the one that was already out. So first off, we started with a game called The Road of Dust and Sorrow. And let me tell you, both me and some people in chat locked in to this game.
Oh yeah?
Yes. Like it's a survival adventure kind of like homage to the older classic survival horrors. So like Resident Evil, Silent Hill, those style of games. It's this nice pixel art style, which I tend to find makes horror a little bit easier to digest. um, but yeah, it's basically a mother and daughter trying to survive in this post-apocalyptic world with zombie-like creatures that they call dusters. But it was crazy because it started out with like apparently some calamity had happened. You know, my daughter isn't with me, and everybody's like blaming me for like getting people killed, and I have no idea what that's about still. Because then basically it goes, you know, like 5 days before, and you're going to be playing through these apparently horrible decisions. But it just really worked. You know, it had the classic like pixel puzzles, you know, looting boxes and stuff, enemies coming after you. There was a cat in the game, so that's already a plus.
Yeah.
And the narrative was just, you know, it wasn't anything necessarily new, but it all really came together nicely. Like the world building, it had you wanting to find more bits and pieces to kind of figure out how they got to this world state, basically. So yeah, I think that one is incredibly promising. It's not out yet, so it's just a demo. It is a public facing demo, I believe, so anybody can play it, or maybe not. I don't remember. Some of them were not. Either way, worth adding to the wish list if you're a survival horror fan. I think it's got, what do they say? It's got the sauce. So that was the first one we played, and so that really set off the day super strong.
Okay.
Because we were into
I feel like it's so tricky when you start a game and it's like on a demo thing, right? Where you're supposed to try different demos and you start a game. It's like yay, we started off super strong. This is great. I love this. But then it's like the next game has a lot to like live up to now.
And I tend to give my viewers kind of whiplash when I do demos because I find it fun. So we went directly from that game to an adorable game called, I think it's Mafat or Mafate. It's named after a French island or something. But this is a little game where you play as this adorable little mailman, and also for some reason a girl named Luna from the future is trapped inside a camera and floats alongside you and talks to you. And so you go deliver mail, and then you take pictures of like the townspeople and also of these little creatures called BBs, which are just like these little like cryptids all over the world.
Babies?
BBs, BIBI. BB.
It's like babies? You talk to baby?
No, you find these little BBs, and you eventually you like kind of like help them. They're like stuck or something, and they're not supposed to be so visible or whatever. So you use the camera to help them, and so it's kind of this interesting little gameplay loop of really just exploration and meeting the town people. And then also Luna the camera can like take over some creatures. So like I was swimming around as a goose.
Okay.
Eventually I'll probably be able to fly around as a bird just to solve some of the puzzles. It was just delightful. It was so bouncy and colorful and just cute. I think it's potentially a good like family game, to be honest. Like it didn't feel too childish, but it definitely felt like it could appeal to younger kids very easily. But yeah, I really liked that one. I think that's another promising one that isn't out yet, but it does have a public facing demo. Honestly, the bouncy art just really got me. It was so cute.
It looks very cute. I love it.
And then we tried to continue the whiplash. We tried a ridiculous game, and this one I actually had played before, and I just played it again because I loved it. And the last Tiny Teams was like a year ago. No, I mean not really. It's a little like
Not really for Cess means definitely for Luna.
It's more weird than anything. It's called Tom the Post Girl. First of all.
Really scary.
And so you're just this little character named Tom. And she likes to peek. Like, she likes to peek in windows, in little cracks in the wall. She just likes to spy on people, basically.
And she wears a little red coat when everything else is just black.
Well, the red
white.
coat, that's my post office uniform.
Huh.
It is, because there's a postman later that has it on, except for he's not wearing pants and he's really tall, and it's... I'm just like, sir, you need to wear pants. It looks ridiculous. So yeah, that's my post office uniform. I'm an intern trying to see if I can get a job at the post office. So you're delivering mail and just like peeking in on people.
So is this telling us that post people just peek on us the whole time? Yeah. Is that the story here?
Basically, yeah, little peeping Tom. I don't know. It's just so weird, and obviously, like, you know, it's hand drawn, so the art is gorgeous.
The art is really cute.
And it's just these really weird scenarios. Like, I delivered what I thought was a fire extinguisher to a farm, and then suddenly it was on fire. I don't know.
So you're a fire starter.
I wasn't
you're
me.
Peeping Tom and a fire starter.
It wasn't me. It was one of the farmers was smoking a cigar with his chickens. I don't know why. I don't want to know why.
Were the chickens also smoking the cigar or just the farmer?
I think it was just the farmer, but then the farmer's wife and another chicken were having like a romantic dinner, it looked like. I don't know. You know, I don't ask questions.
This sounds like some kind of really wild dream that you're saying right now.
I know.
It sounds like you're telling me like, Luna, I had this crazy dream the other night.
Oh, I didn't even tell you the best part. The first place you go is called the kennel, and so you're thinking, oh, there's gonna be dogs there. No, it's just some lady keeping children as if they are dogs.
Oh my god.
Like they're on leashes, she feeds them cat food, they act like
this is terrible. It's like a fever dream. What the heck?
There's a horse labeled as a cow.
Oh my god.
It's weird. It's so weird, but like, I don't know. It's really good. It was just
Oh yeah, I see the cow label. I mean the horse label cow. Also, I love that
they blurred it out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's just weird.
Goodness.
But if you like a weird it's more or less a point and click adventure, really.
Okay.
Yeah, see, like, there's the farmer having a romantic dinner. Like, I don't know.
With a chicken.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sure. Sure.
So that's Tom the Post Girl. If you are saying WTF, but also kind of interested, add it to your wish list, because I think it's gonna come out maybe like, I would maybe say later this year, but maybe early 2027. Okay. I think I also accidentally switched that worm.
Something. Oh my god.
I mean, she could be. Or we just live in a really weird town, you know?
Or either it is actually a fever dream.
Yeah, it could be. Maybe I'm sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tom the Post Girl. Check it out. Super weird, but honestly, it has its own charm. It really does.
Oh my goodness.
If you don't mind being like WTF all the time. And then lastly, my main event, as it were, for the first day of Tiny Teams was a game that I was actually quite excited about. Retro Rewind. I cannot say it. Retro Rewind. Which is a video store simulator. Fast? No, because I always say Rewind.
Rewind.
It's Retro Rewind. But yeah, this is like, I mean, classic store simulator, really. I got to like decorate my walls, the shelves. You get to buy delicious snacks over time. So like I have a slushie machine now. Okay. You can go out and hand out flyers. You know, just the standard video store stuff.
A broom?
Not so far, but maybe I'll get something to hit people with. I don't know. I mean, the people, you kind of don't want to hit them because they're a little bit terrifying. There's like just uncanny valley with these people. Like they're it's It's a little bit horrifying.
That's
but
why you have to whack him back into shape.
It's really, really fun though. It does all of this, shop simulator elements right. And it has it doesn't have punny video names like some of the other ones, but it does have really pretty art that it uses for them, and it seems like they kind of threw the art into a spreadsheet and then attached kind of randomized phrases to them or something. So some of them are a little bit weird, but some of them are very, very funny. But the art is very pretty for them.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, we played for like 3 hours. So when it comes to the shop sims, usually that's like you've barely scratched the surface,
Mhm.
But I was having a lot of fun with it so far. The loop was really fun. There does seem like you can find like little notes and stuff sometimes, so there is a little bit of mystery to it. Like there's this weird, black market guy that sells me adult videos in the alleyway. I only have 2 right now.
That's great. That's great.
Our adult video section is very sparse.
Poor adults.
Yeah. Yep, I have to send people away all the time because they're like, I'm looking for them. I'm like, I don't have any. They both of the copies got rented. I don't know what to tell you, bro. don't know what to tell you. But yeah, it works really well. I'm definitely gonna play more of it on stream because I just had a really, really fun time. And I'm excited to see like what some of the new stuff is. Like now you can repair tapes later in the game because people will break them because they're monsters. And also this fall they were planning on adding the ability to rent out video games, so you could have like a bunch of little video game titles. So I think that'll add some really fun stuff and probably another fun way for them to use the art that they've been making. But yeah, I really liked it. I don't know what to say other than it's an incredibly solid video game, or video store simulator.
I mean, I want to try it. I like simulator games.
Yeah,
I want to try this.
It like takes itself seriously enough to be a good one, but not too seriously that like it doesn't have its like fun little quirks, just like from like the way the characters look, and obviously the characters have like different outfits, so occasionally you'll get one in where you're just like, well, dang, like look at that outfit. Like some hippie dude came in one day. I think some of the clientele might change as you unlock more genres. But yeah, very, very enjoyable. It hits all the notes that you want it to when it comes to a simulator. Sorry, I looked at the screen and she's just staring at me. Why is she like that?
Look into her eyes, Cez. Look into her eyes.
So yeah, Retro Rewind. That's a game that is currently out, and they're still adding stuff to it. So I would say it's definitely worth it, especially if you're a simulator. Again, Retro Rewind. Retro Rewind.
Retro Rewind.
But yeah, so we'll talk more Tiny Teams next podcast when I've played more of the game. So it'll probably be most of my focus next time. So I think now we should move on to something we can both talk about, but both did not necessarily research, which is the Wholesome Games Celebration. Yay!
Yay!
Look at the Steam page, so I didn't have to do extra work.
Oh my goodness. I did play one game today on the featured demos of Wholesome Games. This is actually a game that I saw on my TikTok ages ago called Sandcastle. And so I definitely had expectations for this, but they were not missed. Like it's so cute. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm that kid that always loved going to the beach and playing sand and building sandcastles and stuff like that. But I never liked sand getting stuck between my fingers and stuff like that. I don't like sand, but I like going to the beach. It's weird. With Sandcastle, it very much like they really thought they very much included the way, water and sand work together. Water comes in, it kind of destroys whatever you build a little bit, moves stuff around. Not straight away, but slowly over time, things will move, right? And it does that really, really well. You can pick up anything, so like all of the rocks and stuff like that you could see, you can pick those up and move them around. Actually sends Seth some screenshots if she is able to share those. Of what I did. I didn't build anything serious. I was just kind of like exploring the limits and messing around with it. You have different tools to do different things with, and it's a very, very satisfying game. I really, really liked it. Yeah, you can see I just
It's
I was
beautiful.
just like, where can I place this? How far can I take this? Can I
Hold
make the
on.
whole
You want to
thing
see the best
water?
part, chat? She trapped a fish, but she gave him a
I
castle.
trapped the fish. I wanted to catch the fish, and he kept on running away from me, so I trapped him. So yeah, it's a lot of fun, and you can collect different things like the shells and everything. And as you collect stuff, you unlock more things in the game, like little tiki torches and whatnot. So there's a whole decoration thing to this game, and looking at the trailer on Steam, it seems like there's different maps and stuff as well. It's a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. Even just like taking the rake and splishing around in the water is so much fun. And yeah, I want to play some more of this, honestly, because it was very fun and very relaxing.
Yeah, it all
Yeah.
looks really satisfying, to be honest. I said in the DM, I was like, that's kind of like a Zen garden, a little bit, like a virtual Zen garden.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, apparently it's also part of Tiny
demo for free.
Teams. So.
Oh yeah.
It's in both of them. So.
There you go.
Congratulations,
there you go.
Sandcastle. Those are being published by Future Friends Games, and I've actually played a lot of games that they've published now. So they're a really solid publishing group.
They're a very solid publisher. Yeah, agreed.
But
yeah, try it out.
The devs are Bubblebird Studio. I haven't heard of them before.
Another game that's on Wholesome Games that is probably on my I'm probably gonna try this out. There's a demo for it. It's called Little Sheep Valley. And you basically tend to a flock of sheep and build your perfect Mediterranean farm in a cozy ranch builder game. Decorate, expand, and create the perfect home for your fluffy friends. And yeah, you can cuddle them too. So it's very cute. It's very, very cute. And I definitely need to try this one as well. I have added to my library to try it later. I didn't get around to it today, but this is also something I found out through TikTok. And it also looks very cute and very zen.
Yeah, it feels like when I see the trailer and I think of just like the Sandcastle game we just looked at, it feels like it's gonna have that same satisfying feeling when it comes to like building and shaping the landscape, like where you're kind of like carving into it and dropping items into it. Like that looks pretty satisfying. And Luna, if you didn't know, Luna loves sheep. She has like she has a little sheep mascot now.
Yeah.
So this is a very Luna coded game.
They're so cute. It's so cute. Those are two games that are definitely on my watch list from the Wholesome Games Celebration.
Yeah, well, there's Cappy Castaway, which came out like yesterday. And that one looks absolutely adorable. I mean, what more could you want? Capybara, exploration, story. It looks like a fever dream of a game. It looks so cute.
There's also a game that I think you need to try. Called A Tiny Wanderer.
Oh, I don't know if I've seen that one.
It looks like something that you would really enjoy. It looks really cute.
Oh my gosh, are you a little piggy?
It's an exploration mystery adventure where the setting and narrative become the riddle. Hurry through the night, lantern in hand, and occasionally respite with a cup of coffee. Explore, discover, gather insight from interactions, delivering your parcel to the farthest reaches of the forest.
Wait a minute, so is this just like cute Death Stranding?
We found cute Death Stranding, you guys.
No, actually,
It
that
is
does look quite
both-
interesting.
It's both developed and published by Dokutsu Penguin Club.
Do you think they played Club Penguin?
Maybe. But yeah, this looks like a very sus game.
Yeah, that does look pretty
It's very
me-coded.
cute, and it does. It's a demo, so perfect time to check it out.
Another game that just came out that's also part of the festival. I was literally gonna test this on stream yesterday, but they took their demo down because they're like, it doesn't reflect the game very well. Spiritstead came out yesterday. This game, I've had my eye on it for a while because it just looks so cute. Like the art's so colorful.
I thought you had played it already.
I feel like I did try an early version of the demo, but I can't fully remember, so I was just gonna do it again.
It looks so cute.
Yeah, it's like an adorable city builder, just where you actually like have to make it so that the people can live there comfortably. And it's just got that it's kind of got that sticker book feel, like I like to say, where you're just like plopping things into the world and then there they are. It looks very satisfying. So that's another one that I wanted to mention. Another one as well that I think I've brought it up before because I did play it. Scriptorium is part of the Wholesome Games Festival, and they just released a small update called the Wholesome Update, where they basically added. Yeah, they just added a bunch more stickers and stuff to make your scene. So for folks that aren't familiar with this game, this is an adorable little game where you work as a manuscriptor or whatever you wanted to call them back then. You basically work in a manuscript workshop and customers come and give you kind of like a vague idea of what you should do. Or you can just free play. And then you just kind of like place these different pieces together to create wild medieval art. It's so much fun. It's so silly. I really like it. I need to get to it again.
Another game some other games that are also on Thingy are actually Paralives.
Yes, Paralives
on sale right now.
20% off,
which I love. Outbound is there as well, also 20% off. And a new game that everyone's been talking about that I haven't really looked into yet, but everyone's been like, Luna, we should collab with this. Big Walk.
Yeah, I think I brought it up. I think I brought it up during the last podcast because I think it was on. I think it was on the list because it's a game that's hard to describe.
I don't know what to make of it, honestly.
Other than if I tell you it's by the Untitled Goose Game developers, and maybe that's all you need to know.
Maybe that's enough. It says, the description reads, hang out and get lost with close friends in a big world. A cooperative online walker-talker from the creators of Untitled Goose Game. That is the description.
That's it. Yeah.
That's it. That's all we get.
And
it says open world adventure, co-op campaign, exploration. Those are the tags.
Well, and so I think there are puzzles and like challenges you can find in the world that you can work on together. And then I think there might be like different like toys and tools, kind of like Peak, just stuff that you can play with. I really think the idea is it's just a game to hang out with your friends in, really, and to just, exist in, really. Which is a dangerous concept, or it's a scary concept to try to make, because it's just like, well, what if people don't understand what we're doing, But it's kind of like Peak, but there's no focus on climbing the mountain. Is really.
It looks ridiculous, honestly.
Yeah, you look like little newts.
I am definitely curious about it. How much is this game right now? Let's see.
$14.99.
$14.99. That's a pretty good price.
Yeah.
A little bit more than I would like to be for a game that I'm like not sure about, honestly.
It would be good to have a bundle or a demo.
Yeah, my not sure about budget is like a 10 max personally. So we'll see, but it looks interesting, and like Seth said, you know, Untitled Goose Game devs. So I don't know.
Well, and so like
That's I
I
feel like
saw
that's the
them.
selling point.
Yeah, I saw them memeing on Blue Sky. And they were like, the hardest part about Big Walk is scheduling, because technically it's meant to be played from start to finish with like the same group of people.
Oh, okay. Interesting. The
Yeah,
reviews
so
have been very positive as well. It's got over 3,800 reviews.
holy crap. Good for
Um,
them.
so yeah.
Yeah, that one I'm in the same boat where I'm like, yeah, I've been keeping an eye on it for a while.
Mhm.
And obviously the advertising was really good. They were in a lot of showcases and stuff, but I'm like, I'm just not sure about it.
Mhm.
I think at the very least it'll be an experience.
Some other games I want to quickly mention as well. Minami Lane is also there. It's 33% off. You can get the Ultimate Edition of Planet Zoo for 70% off. So $80 for everything, I'm guessing.
Lost and
Town
Found
to
Co.
City. Yeah, Lost and Found Co is also there. I was going to get to that next. Town City is also there.
Where is that one?
Sea Taken, which I feel like was a very popular game a few months back, is also on
That
there.
one's really, really fun.
Fields of Mystery, which just came out, is currently 10% off as well. There's so many good games.
There's so many. Thrifty Business.
Witch in the Woods. I played that years and years ago. It was a lot of fun, and they just did the intro new. They just completely updated their intro. So if you have played it and it's been a while, you might be interested in that. Yeah, there's some really cool games on there. Definitely go check out the Wholesome Games Celebration on Steam. Check out the featured demos and see what's on discount and stuff.
Yeah, a couple other notable mentions. The Spirit and the Mouse is an excellent little game. Creature Kitchen is quite a lot of fun. I actually might have to grab that now because it's really. I played the demo and it's so freaking cute. Grease, that game. Oof, that game is
people love that game.
very good.
It's 75% off as well. Grease is 75%
you like
off.
Puny the Florist?
I did like Puny the Florist. Yeah, is that on there as well? Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah, $8
well.
at the moment.
Nice.
My Card is Better Than Your Card is a game that shows up on my stream from time to time. It's so good. The art is, oh God, I love the art for that game so much. Moomin Troll, Tidy Bookshop, like there's just so many games. Solar Punk, you know.
Gemporium, this is Lottle is there.
Like if you look at this list, you can see a huge chunk of what Pixel Yap podcast past have talked about.
Yeah, for real. Honestly. We've either talked about these games or actually played them.
Yeah. So that is the Wholesome Games Celebration. It started yesterday, August 6th. It will be going until August 13th. Many of these games are on sale. Many of these games are not out yet, so it's a great way to discover some new wholesome games. And we love Wholesome Games. They're a great group. They haven't led me astray yet. So yeah. I think
it's probably one of my favorite celebrations every year now, honestly.
Yeah.
Wholesome Games.
Yeah, the wholesome game celebration and like the wholesome directs. I love those. So yeah, it's just funny that it landed like right at the same time as Tiny Teams. I was just like, no. But there's a lot of overlap, to be honest. So it's not that bad.
Which is always nice to see, I think. I always like seeing the overlap.
All right, did you have anything else that you wanted to mention before we get up to upcoming games?
No, I don't even know what you have planned for us today in upcoming games. I have zero idea, zero clue.
Well, I did it last night, so I've forgotten as well.
That's great.
All right. So, our upcoming games. Again, as I always say, this is obviously not a comprehensive list of upcoming games because that would be it would take forever. It would take forever.
Yeah, we'd be here to rest.
But these are many of the games that I either have on my wish list or that I have on my watch list, as it were. Starting up, coming out today, we have a game called Grain Rot. They were part of the most recent Next Fest. I didn't try it. But part of the reason that they get on the list is because I love their name, to be perfectly honest. It's such a silly name, Brain Rot. But this is kind of like a repo style game. You go in, you gather stuff, you get out, you know. This one's a little bit more combat focused, and you're like these really cute robots that make me think of what was that robot movie? The one with like all the
Wall-E?
future robots. No, it was like oh, I can't remember. I don't know. There was that robot movie where the one robot was singing in the rain.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Either way, they look like those crazy little robots. Actually, I think it was just called robots. But yeah, that's immediately what I thought of when I saw these little characters. They're just so silly. But yeah, so that's a, horror co-op game. Like I said, I haven't tried it, but I know a couple of the people that I follow did and really enjoyed it. So they get their honorable mention for having a good name. August 10th, we have a game called Backpack Boy. This one I have tried the demo for. I tried it for a while ago, actually. Like, I don't know, maybe a year or two ago at this point. I don't know. It feels like forever. And I would keep forgetting it because it has a name that like just doesn't really stick in my mind very well. But this one's really, really cool because it is a like puzzle platformer. But you have a flashlight, and the flashlight kind of changes the world itself. So like sometimes if you're shining a flashlight on an area, there will suddenly be like a platform there, or like a slightly different scene. And so you have to kind of like use the angle of your flashlight and combined with like jumping and whatnot to navigate these levels. It had a very, very interesting gameplay loop. Very different. So and it's a classic puzzle indie game, like pushing stuff around, figuring out how to get up. But I felt like the flashlight mechanic really set it apart from maybe other ones in the genre. So very, very cool game about penguins. I didn't have a chance to look into that one.
I just saw it now. It looks ridiculous and cute and like a fun co-op game.
Another one for August 10th is another demo that I tried that this one was one of those ones that like I was like, okay, this looks kind of silly, but I'm gonna try it. And I got a bunch of my friends to try it with me, and we actually had quite a bit of fun. It's a very simple concept. You're a little like potion bottle, and you have to jump across these different levels. And so it's way more fun with friends because if you have like 8 people in an area trying to get through this course, well, you can crash into each other and break each other. And so we were just like crashing into each other and causing these huge explosions of bottles because there were like 8 of us or something trying the demo. But yeah, it was surprisingly fun. Like it's such a simple game, but like we were all just giggling and like trying to get to the end of these levels with all of these ridiculous obstacles. I liked it a lot. So yeah, that comes out August 10th, as well as an honorable mention from Luna, a game about penguins.
Yeah, it looks like a fun party game. I'm also surprised I don't see Echoes of Mistrala on your list, because that looks like a game would be right up your alley.
I looked at it, but I didn't really know much about it, and I don't know. It just kind of didn't make the cut this time.
Okay. Fair.
Sometimes games that like look like they would be for me, yeah. Occasionally I'm just like, I don't know. Something about it, I'm okay.
That's fair.
And it might just be a little bit of fatigue from certain genres.
Roguelike, yeah.
Yeah. I think I do think I have a little bit of roguelike fatigue or Metroidvania fatigue. Keep making them though, Devs.
Fair.
And also because August 13th we have Servant of the Lake. Now, the Rusty Lake games, I actually haven't played them yet, which is probably a crime. But these are like
Ooh.
narrative point and click games. So this is I think this is like a prequel, maybe a sequel to the other Rusty Lake game. But yeah, it's your classic point and click. You know, things get weird, characters are weird. You're trying to figure out what the heck's going on with this weird family that you've become a servant for. Um, and the art style is like this weird blend of like these gorgeous vistas and then these ridiculous looking characters. So it's one of those games, or really I guess game franchises, that has a very distinct style, and it looks like just my kind of weird. So I gotta get to them eventually. And so that one had to be on the list because they've been very excited about this release. Next up on the list. Oh, by the way, all of these games so far, except for Grain Rot, do have demos, so you can try them out. Next up is a game called Dusk Fade. This one, I saw it during one of the bigger showcases, and it immediately made me think of like, you know, like Kingdom Hearts and, you know, like those style of like PlayStation games. So you're like, you have like what looks kind of like a Keyblade, like, let's be real. It very much looks like a Keyblade. But you also have these mechanics where you're kind of messing through time. So there's some like time-based mechanics. I don't know if you're like going back in time or what. But it just looks like a good classic, you know, old school platformer / action adventure game, I guess. It would be a better. And it's got like a really a cyberpunk aesthetic to it. Well, sorry, not cyberpunk, clockpunk.
Get your punks right.
I know, there's so many. And some cool looking enemy design. So this is one I've been keeping an eye on. It just looks like a good action adventure, you know. Very classic. Pretty art style.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's our first one. She was like, "Are we done?"
First of two, right?
Yeah, first of two. You know me,
Okay.
girl. You know. All right. Next up, we have. I mean, a little bit. I think so. I hope so. Next up, we have a game that is definitely not for Loonaromi. August 13th is a game based on the show Creepshow, which is like a horror anthology. I kind of actually went back and forth a bit about putting this one on, just because I didn't know the dev team very much, and sometimes these games that are based on like an existing IP can be a little bit of a, you know, hit or miss. But it's got this like really great art book style, as if it's just like ripped straight out of the graphic novels. And the devs actually did make another like little Goosebumps game that I've been thinking of trying. It seems like they actually mostly make kids games, like Nickelodeon games. So it was weird seeing them
Goosebumps
doing Creepshow. Yeah, they did like a Ben 10 game or something. I don't know, but I think this one's worth keeping an eye on, especially for people who are a fan of Creepshow, because it does look like it could be an interesting blend, an interesting way to experience, you know, the classic anthology style, but in a game. So that one's got potential.
Okay.
August 17th is one that I'm so excited for, and somehow it was not on my wish list. I don't know how, because I literally played the demo. Tukani Forest Keepers is coming out August 17th, and y'all, this game is so freaking cute. The art style is a bit like, it's almost like a storybook. Like, it's just very bright in color, almost a little bit colored pencil vibes. And you're this cute little guy named Tukani. You've got a little acorn backpack, and you just go around helping these other, you know, creatures solve their problems. Just like, you know, solving little puzzles, making tea for people. You're just like helping them prepare for the winter. It is so cute. It's like, cuteness aggression levels. So it's just got beautiful art. It's got, the classic backpack sorting mini game, a bunch of little point and click puzzles. I loved it. The little Toucani runs really ridiculously. I mean, that in itself is entertaining. It's got a little tea making mini game. I really, really liked that game. I'm very excited for its release. It does still have a demo.
There's a demo for it. Yeah.
That's right. Next up is a game that I spoke about during the Next Fest episode. I tried this one out with Lava Slug. August 18th, Last Pirates comes out. And this is just a really silly little friend game. Very similar to like Repo. You go in, you gather booty, and try not to lose your booty. It's technically called Last Pirates Die Together. And so basically you have these just like ridiculous little characters. You just can slap things, and when you die, you like lose your butt, and if you can get back to your butt, you can come back to life, unless it gets destroyed from dying too much. And so new lives are basically little butts that you can just attach to yourself.
Okay.
It was so weird, and these are like Muppet like characters with like stretchy arms.
Oh my god.
I don't know, like it was one of those games like we were like, okay, this could be really fun, or it could just be like, people just trying to get in on the making these friend extraction games. But no, I think they did a really good job, just because it just has its own personality. It's just very, very silly. The monsters at first are a little bit scary, and then just like Repo, but then you're just like, okay, whatever.
Okay.
When
I was perusing through it, I was like, oh, I hope Seth added this. So I'm glad to see it there.
yeah. It was really, really fun. I'm thinking I might apply for a key for it, to be honest, so I can play with Lava.
Do it.
I think
you
might
might
like it
too. Maybe. We'll see. A game I want to quickly mention, put in there in between sandwich it, is we've talked about this before. Star Sand Island is coming out on 1.0 on August 18th as well.
Oh, are they?
Oh,
okay.
Which I loved a lot, and I think it's perfect time to get back into it as well.
I don't know why. Oh, I guess it's because those don't show up on my calendar.
Wow. Well, I see.
Well, it's because the games are like, so it's not releasing technically. So I go look at like when games are releasing.
Oh, because it technically already released.
Yeah. So I don't see the early access stuff until like Blue Sky or something else. That's one system that I don't think Steam does very well, unfortunately. But yeah, okay, Star Sand Island 1.0. Have you played it much since the early access launch?
Honestly, no. I got too busy, and then, as you know, once you get busy, you get out of the groove of a game, and then you just kind of like infinitely drop it.
Do you plan on playing it sometime after the 1.0 launch?
Absolutely. I loved the game when I was playing it back then. I just got too busy and then didn't get back to it. But I 100%, I definitely want to play more of this, and I know they've added more since I've last played it. So honestly, part of me has like kind of been letting it cook a little bit, because I felt like it was already really solid when it came out, but I also knew that they were planning on adding more stuff. So I was like, let me let it cook, and then try it again when it's in 1.0, and that is soon. That is next week. So I'm probably gonna be trying it out again towards the end of this month, I would guess. Already have jam-packed next week, so
yeah.
Probably gonna be more towards the end of the month, but definitely going to be playing it again for sure.
Okay, there you go. Star Sand Island. Again, that's August 18th. It didn't make it on the list because derp. All right. Next up is a game that I've talked about before, and I'm quite excited for. August 20th, Cozy Marbles launches onto the scene. If anybody did like marbles on stream, I'm hoping that this game will be like a good kind of like replacement, because marbles on stream got a little bit like, I don't know, bloated, or it just kind of didn't run quite as well. So this one is a very similar premise. You build marble courses. So obviously if you don't want to build them, I'm sure there'll be community shared marble courses and whatnot. But yeah, you can like build marble courses with all of these cute little like themed pieces. And then you can have Twitch chat race each other if you want, which is why I'm excited for it, because I think it could be a really good AFK game. Just have them like run a few marble races or something. I don't know. I did get a key, so we'll be testing it out on their launch day. We'll have to see if I can make anything cool. It seems like they got a lot of really cool pieces, so fingers crossed. I mean, at the very least, I mean, it's aesthetically very, very pleasing. Like the art, all of the pieces, the different themes.
The art
like,
looks super, super pretty.
Yeah, they have like a medieval theme, so you can make like a castle with like a freaking beanstalk. So yeah, I think it has so much potential. And I don't know if they're planning to do Steam Workshop. Yes, they are. They're going to be doing Steam Workshop, which means people who are, way more creative than me can share their courses, and we can have like the communities race through them and stuff. Just very, very exciting. So that's Cozy Marbles. And last but not least, we have a cute little indie called Odd's Job. This was a solo dev endeavor. And I think they just like randomly emailed me, to be honest.
I love that.
I'm not entirely sure I knew about this game before they emailed me. So this is a cute little kind of like side-scrolly platform story game. Your name is Odd, and you have to go through these levels and help your family members with their just like random jobs, their odd jobs, if you would. And so you just go through these levels, helping them with their jobs and getting different collectibles and just being a cute little blob guy. I don't know. It just looks very wholesome and adorable. Hand-drawn art. This stuff that a Cesire craves, basically.
And it has a demo, which means you can try it for free.
Exactly. So that'll be another one that we'll be showcasing in the future. And that is the new upcoming releases, with 2 extra from Luna, because we totally coordinate this.
We were
I
so
definitely don't do this without her knowledge.
No, we don't. We everything, we have like meetings every week that we talk about the things we're going to talk about, and we're extremely prepared. Extremely prepared.
All right. Well, unless you've got any last minute things to add, I think we're at a yap.
My God, are we at a yap so
I think
early?
I mean, it's not necessarily early, but it's more on time than we usually are.
We're actually at a yap when we're supposed to be at a yap, rather than 30 minutes over. That's what I'm saying. So it's early. We've been 30 minutes over very consistently.
Would you believe us if we said that we originally wanted to just be like 45 minutes to an hour?
Yeah.
I don't know if
like
it's
a 45-minute
possible
podcast. No.
for us.
I feel like it'd be like a speed run. I think like we'd actually have to script things beforehand.
Yeah, well, even when I have things like fairly scripted, like in my head, like I could just talk about these games forever. I don't know. All right. Well.
All right.
This has been episode
very
30.
Proud of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, episode 30. Now for 30 more, right?
That's right. As long as we continue doing this. Until we get tired.
And eventually we'll probably have guests and maybe interviews. Eventually things will probably happen.
Yeah.
Eventually. Probably.
That's the plan. Anyway, my name is Cesire. I stream 5 days a week on both Twitch and YouTube. My Twitch is twitch.tv/itsatree with 3 E's. And my YouTube is youtube.com/@itsacesire. I'm also on Blue Sky posting things. This is my lovely co-host over here.
Hello, I'm Loonaromi. You can call me Luna. I stream about 4 times a week on Twitch. And I also upload very frequently shorts on all platforms that you can imagine. And I'm Loonaromi everywhere. You can find me as Loonaromi on Twitter, on Blue Sky, on YouTube, on Twitch. What are the other platforms? Oh yeah, TikTok, Facebook. Um,
Yeah,
on
all of them.
Instagram, I'm Luna Screens. It's the only place I'm something else, but anywhere else, I'm Loonaromi.
That's right. There's your Luna goodness. And with that, thank you all so much for being with us. We'll be back in 2 Fridays, every other Friday. Now at 10:30 a.m. if you're here for the live portion. That's Mountain Daylight Time.
Central Time.
So basically, when we've been starting is really it's just a little bit more natural. But anyways, thank you all so much. Have a great night.
Pixels and yaps, pixels and yaps. We like pixels and computer games. Pixels and yaps, pixels and yaps. We're yapping about pixels and computer games. Pixels and yaps.